The 1935 no mint mark, wheat penny, is a fascinating coin in the history of American numismatics, not only for its historical value but also for the significance it holds in the collections of coin enthusiasts across the world. Produced during a time when the United States was still in the process of recovering from the Great Depression, the 1935 wheat penny represents a tangible piece of history from an era marked by economic struggle, resilience, and gradual recovery. The no mint mark on the coin indicates that it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which historically did not use mint marks on pennies. While many of these coins were produced and circulated, their age, historical context, and the fact that well-preserved examples are not commonly found today make them a desirable addition to any collection. Despite the large mintage, the value of the 1935 no mint mark wheat penny in the collector's market today can reach up to $300, depending on condition, rarity, and demand. This coin demonstrates how even a seemingly common piece of change can evolve into a highly sought-after treasure over the decades, especially when considered in the context of its historical journey, the artistry of its design, and the emotional connection it fosters with collectors who cherish coins from the early 20th century. When diving deeper into the details of the 1935 wheat penny, one must consider the broader historical landscape in which it was produced. America was experiencing the effects of President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal policies, which aimed to pull the country out of the economic devastation of the Great Depression. Every coin minted during this time carried with it the weight of that recovery story, as coins weren't just tools of commerce, but also symbols of perseverance. The Lincoln wheat penny itself, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to honor the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, had already become a staple of American coinage by 1935. Its obverse design with Lincoln's bust and the words, "In God we trust, liberty," and the date, served as a reminder of national values during a time of hardship. The reverse side, with its iconic wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, symbolized the agricultural strength and hardworking spirit of the nation, particularly poignant during a time when many American farmers were struggling with the after-effects of the Dust Bowl. For collectors, these layers of history embedded in the 1935 no mint mark wheat penny are part of what makes it so much more than just a copper coin. The coin's physical attributes also play a role in its collectability and value. The 1935 wheat penny was struck from an alloy composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it the rich reddish-brown hue that has become synonymous with classic Lincoln cents. Over time, however, the color and appearance of each individual coin may vary dramatically, depending on how it was stored or circulated. Coins that remained in circulation tend to show heavy wear, with Lincoln's portrait and the wheat stalks on the reverse losing much of their detail. On the other hand, coins that were preserved carefully in collections or discovered in mint rolls can still retain their sharp features and original luster. These higher-grade examples are the ones that fetch the most attention at auctions and from collectors. Grading, which measures the condition of the coin on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS-70, plays an essential role in determining the market value of the 1935 wheat penny. Circulated examples may only be worth a few cents above face value, while coins in uncirculated or near uncirculated condition can command impressive sums, with top-quality examples reaching the market value of $300 or more today. Collector demand is another important factor in understanding the value of the 1935 no mint mark wheat penny. Wheat pennies as a whole are one of the most popular series for collectors, both novice and experienced. Their affordability in lower grades and the fascinating history tied to them make them an ideal entry point for beginners, while the pursuit of rare dates, mint marks, and varieties keeps advanced. Collectors engaged. The 1935 penny, while not the rarest in the series, sits comfortably as a desirable mid-era wheat cent that fills an important gap in any Lincoln cent collection. Additionally, collectors often look for varieties and errors within specific years, which can significantly increase the value of an individual coin. For the 1935 penny, varieties such as double dies or repunched mint marks for coins from Denver or San Francisco exist, but even for the no-mint mark Philadelphia coin, errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or lamination errors can elevate its worth considerably beyond the standard market price. Thus, the allure of the 1935 wheat penny lies not just in its base value, but also in the possibility that a collector might stumble upon a rare variety or error coin that significantly enhances its appeal. Another layer to the discussion of the 1935 no-mint mark wheat penny is its cultural and sentimental value. Coins like this often carry with them a sense of nostalgia, as they were once commonplace in the pockets of Americans during a pivotal moment in history. Older generations may remember these coins being handed out as change, while younger generations, who inherit or discover them, may see them as a direct connection to the lives and stories of their ancestors. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series, in particular, is steeped in nostalgia, as it represents a long chapter in American numismatic history, running from 1909 to 1958. For collectors and history enthusiasts alike, owning a coin like the 1935 penny is akin to holding a small piece of that history in one's hands. Beyond its physical copper composition, the coin resonates with the struggles and triumphs of the 1930s, symbolizing how something as small as a penny could hold great meaning during times of financial hardship. In terms of investment, the 1935 no-mint mark wheat penny may not be the rarest or most expensive coin in existence, but it offers steady and reliable value within the coin collecting market. With a current estimated market value of around $300 in higher grades, the coin demonstrates how modest investments in collectible coins can appreciate over time, particularly for well-preserved examples. This appreciation is driven not only by rarity and condition, but also by the enduring popularity of the Wheat Penny series. Collectors continue to show strong demand for Lincoln cents, ensuring that coins like the 1935 penny remain valuable and sought after. As with any collectible, the long-term investment potential is tied to ongoing interest in numismatics, but given the century-long fascination with wheat pennies, it is unlikely that demand will wane anytime soon. To summarize, the 1935 no-mint mark wheat penny is a coin of both historical and monetary significance, representing a blend of artistry, resilience, and collector demand. Minted during a challenging period in American history, it embodies the perseverance of the nation while carrying the iconic design of Victor David Brenner's Lincoln cent. While millions were produced, its enduring value lies in the condition of surviving examples and the interest it continues to generate among collectors worldwide. With a market value that can reach $300 in higher grades, the coin is a prime example of how ordinary coins can become extraordinary treasures over time. For numismatists, history buffs, and even casual collectors, the 1935 no-mint mark wheat penny offers not just a financial opportunity, but also a meaningful connection to America's past. Whether admired for its design, valued for its rarity, or cherished for its historical resonance, this coin proves that even a small copper cent can hold immense worth, both in terms of money and memory. Next up, the 1937 no-mint mark. Wheat penny is one of those coins that looks ordinary at first glance, but carries with it a fascinating story that blends American history, numismatic significance, and collector demand, making it a piece that continues to capture attention in today's coin market. And while it was minted in large quantities at the Philadelphia Mint without any mint mark, it still holds a respectable place in the world of rare coins, with a current estimated market value of around $600 in higher grades, a figure that surprises many people who assume that coins from the 1930s are too common to be valuable. Yet, the reality is that collectors and dealers alike recognize the importance of condition, rarity in pristine states, and historical interest when assigning value to a coin like this. And the 1937 no-mint mark penny certainly checks all those boxes, because although millions of them were made, time has not been kind to every coin from that era, with circulation wear, damage, and improper storage claiming a large percentage of them, leaving only a relatively small number that remain in near mint or uncirculated condition. And it is precisely these coins that fetch such strong values in today's numismatic marketplace, with their sharp details, original luster, and crisp features standing out compared to the worn examples that still appear in old jars, flea markets, or coin rolls, making it clear that this penny, though once just a simple cent used in daily life, has transformed into a small but significant collectible artifact. To understand why the 1937 no mint mark penny is sought after, one must first look at the history of the wheat cent itself, which began in 1909 with the introduction of the Lincoln wheat penny, designed by Victor David Brenner, featuring the bust of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, a design that immediately stood out because it marked the first time a real person, specifically a U.S. president, appeared on American coinage. And this design remained in use until 1958, meaning that the 1937 penny falls comfortably in the middle of the wheat cent's long run, representing both a continuation of tradition and a snapshot of American coinage before major changes took place, and the year 1937 itself was one of historical interest as the United States was still recovering from the Great Depression, with every penny having real purchasing power for struggling families, and it is remarkable to think about how a single 1937 penny, which could buy a piece of candy or contribute toward a loaf of bread, is now worth hundreds of dollars simply because of its survival in collectible condition, showing how numismatics can transform ordinary everyday objects into items of real financial and historical value. Collectors evaluating a 1937 no-mint mark penny pay special attention to details such as strike quality, surface preservation, and luster, because while Philadelphia produced a large number of them, not every coin left the presses in perfect condition, and not every coin survived the decades without suffering scratches, discoloration, or heavy wear, which is why professional grading services such as PCGS and NGC play such a crucial role in today's market, since they provide authentication, protection, and an unbiased assessment of grade, giving collectors confidence when buying or selling. And a 1937 penny, graded in MS 65 or higher, can easily reach or surpass that $600 value, while those in slightly lower but still uncirculated states remain highly desirable, whereas heavily circulated examples are typically worth far less but still attract interest from hobbyists who are trying to complete a full set of Lincoln wheat pennies by date and mint mark. Beyond condition, another factor that keeps the 1937 penny interesting is its connection to American culture and history, because coins are not just pieces of metal, but artifacts that tell stories of the past. And the wheat penny design itself evokes themes of agriculture, hard work, and national identity, with the wheat stalks symbolizing prosperity and growth, while Lincoln's portrait reminds Americans of leadership, unity, and perseverance through difficult times, all themes that were especially meaningful during the 1930s when the nation was still working its way out of economic hardship. And so owning a coin from 1937 is not just about having a collectible worth $600, but about holding a piece of history that connects directly to the daily lives of people who endured and overcame great challenges. For numismatists, one of the joys of owning a coin like the 1937 penny is also the research and knowledge that come with it, such as learning about mint production numbers, comparing it with other mint years, or identifying subtle variations in dies and strikes, because even though the Philadelphia Mint did not use a mint mark, meaning there are no sub-varieties by mint location, collectors sometimes find minor die errors or doubled dies that add extra value and intrigue, making certain coins stand out even more and selling for significantly higher amounts when authenticated. And while the base value of $600 represents a standard higher-grade piece, rare varieties and error coins can sell for much more depending on rarity and demand, reminding us once again how diverse and exciting the world of coin collecting can be. Another important consideration when evaluating or investing in a 1937 penny is how the coin has been stored, because coins that were kept in protective holders, albums, or envelopes often remain in much better condition than those left exposed to moisture, air, and handling, which can cause toning, corrosion, or scratches that greatly reduce value, and this is why seasoned collectors always stress proper storage and care, since a coin that is already valuable at $600 can lose hundreds of dollars in worth if mishandled or poorly preserved, making the difference between a treasure and a common cent with little premium. Furthermore, the 1937 no mint mark penny is not just valuable as an individual piece, but also as part of a larger set, because many collectors strive to complete a full run of Lincoln wheat pennies from 1909 to 1958, a task that requires dedication and sometimes significant investment, and the 1937 penny plays its role in this larger puzzle, meaning that even those who already own one may still look for higher-grade examples to upgrade their collection, thereby maintaining steady demand in the marketplace. And this demand, combined with the limited supply of top-quality coins, ensures that values remain strong and even have potential to increase in the future, making this coin both a collector's item and a small-scale investment opportunity. The appeal of the 1937 no mint mark wheat penny also extends beyond the borders of the United States, as international collectors of American coinage often seek pieces from this era because of their iconic designs, affordable entry points compared to ultra-rare coins, and historical associations with one of America's most famous presidents. So it is not unusual to see such pennies being traded across global numismatic markets, where their combination of history, design, and moderate rarity appeals to a wide audience. And in this sense, the 1937 penny becomes more than just a small copper coin, but a shared cultural artifact appreciated by people around the world. It is also fascinating to consider how coins like the 1937 penny can spark an interest in collecting for beginners, since many people first encounter wheat pennies in pocket change, family coin jars, or handed-down collections, and upon discovering that even a single coin can be worth $600, they become curious about the larger world of numismatics, leading them down a path of learning, collecting, and appreciation for history. And in this way, the 1937 penny not only serves current collectors, but also inspires the next generation, ensuring that interest in these coins will continue for decades to come. In conclusion, the 1937 no mint mark wheat penny is far more than an old cent, as it embodies history, artistry, cultural symbolism, and collector demand, making it a valuable and fascinating part of American numismatics, and with a market value of around $600 for coins in high grades, it demonstrates how an ordinary piece of pocket change can transform into an object of real worth. A story that continues to fascinate collectors and investors alike, and while millions were minted, the survival of pristine examples is far rarer, creating a sense of excitement and discovery for anyone lucky enough to own one, and whether viewed as an investment, a collectible, or a piece of living history. The 1937 penny without mint mark represents the enduring magic of coin collecting, where the smallest details can mean the difference between common change and treasured artifact, and its legacy as part of the long-running Lincoln wheat centy series ensures that it will always hold a respected place in numismatic circles, treasured by those who understand its story and its significance.